Hi everyone, back to the YouTube channel. It's Chris back with my rant stroke thought of the day, and it looks like somebody is making a move for Buno Guimaraes. If you believe the rumours and the stories that are doing the rounds, apparently Arsenal are ready to offer a player plus deal for Buno Guimaraes, and I'll tell you my opinion on that in a second, but why listen to me? Why not listen to our record goal scorer, Alan Shearer? Alan, what do you think about this?
Fuck off!
Well, I couldn't agree more with Alan Shearer, funnily enough, that's right. So if Arsenal are going to be offering us a player deal, player exchange deal, or player plus cash deal, whatever it may be, for arguably our best player, certainly one of our best two players, then I'm not sure that Zinchenko, who has been shite really for the last 6 or 7 months, was shite for Ukraine the other day, look weak as piss, look as weak as he did when he didn't go over there to fight in the war when the Boxers were pulling machine guns out of their fucking back pocket and getting to the front lines, and he was crying in his fucking cinema room back in his hotel. Or his fucking mansion even, fucking in London or wherever it may be. So there's one. I wouldn't say we'll sign him at all as a player exchange deal. As a player on his own, maybe for left back, but Lewis Hall finished the season really strong. We don't need Zinchenko, who's regressing in my opinion. The next player on that list, Emile Smith-Rowe. Apparently Eddie Howe likes Emile Smith-Rowe, but Emile Smith-Rowe's probably injured his eyeballs by watching this video if he was, and he's out for another 9 weeks, so fuck that. Who's the next player on the list? Enquiries, the striker. I do like him. I think he's handy. I think he's decent. I think he needs a move from Arsenal as well. I think he's a good player in there, but would I take him in exchange for Buno Guimaraes? No fucking chance whatsoever. That's ridiculous to even put that out there. And the last player on this list was Thomas Partey. I think the least I say about that motherfucker, the better. Certainly outside of football, if allegations are to be believed. So if this is the first move in terms of Arsenal trying to sign Buno Guimaraes, they are fucking miles off anything that Newcastle would even remotely consider. You know, I think Arsenal are also credited with an interest in Alexander Isak, as are Chelsea, but apparently Isak has reportedly said he's more than happy at Newcastle United, and it sounds like negotiations for a new contract with Isak are pretty much done and dusted, or getting close to being done and dusted, which is amazing. That'll make Isak the highest earner at the club, even higher than Bruno. But this whole Bruno speculation is going to rage on right through the summer. The player himself is obviously getting ready to play in Copa America for Brazil, regardless of whatever rumours, whether it's true or not, that Ronaldinho says the whole Brazilian team is shit. I'm not really sure that was realistic or was taken out of context or something like that. I can't see Ronaldinho saying that about players, to be honest with you. But there'll be loads of speculation about Buno Guimaraes. This is the first club reportedly who have made some kind of a move to sign him, but I'm not sure whether Arsenal realise or whether they remember about the last attempt to sign Buno Guimaraes. So let me just remind you, there's a little song that can help you remember this if you do forget. So it's Bruno's fucking magic. He wears a magic hat. He could have signed for Arsenal, but he said fuck that. And Bruno's even sang that himself on the internet. So I'm not entirely sure that Arsenal will be a destination where Buno Guimaraes wants to go and play his football. I would be worried if Manchester City come into the equation. I must admit, they are reportedly interested in the player. Pep likes the player, but they don't value him at 100 million. So this is going to rage on right through the summer, I think. I would love to have Bruno here for next season, certainly playing that midfield three with hopefully a fully fit Joe Linton and the return and Sandro Tonali. But Bruno is one of those players that will be looked at by the clubs, and speculation will continue to grow. Again, if a Real Madrid or Barcelona came in from as well, being South American, those are dream moves for those types of players. But I think with Real Madrid tying up Mbappe on a free with the wages they probably spent for him, they've got Jude Bellingham. I think Modric is staying on, I believe. I'm not sure if he is moving or not. Obviously, Toni Kroos is retiring from football altogether. So that would worry me that maybe they look at Bruno for a replacement for Toni Kroos. Very different player, but you know, if they're looking for him to add into that midfield, that could concern me. And Madrid always seem to pull something out their arse, even if they're skinned. They always manage to do some kind of a deal for players. So that's definitely one I would be a bit concerned about. But I'm not sure the Arsenal links are really true. And certainly with that list of raggy dolls, you can shove it up your arse, Arteta, you Lego-headed bellend that you are. I don't think Newcastle are going to blink at all for those list of players in exchange for their best midfielder. But let us know in the comments below, guys, what you think about these Bruno links. Do you think they're bullshit? Would there be any of those Arsenal players that you would consider taking as part exchange for Bruno? I highly doubt you would. But let us know in the comments below what you think. We always like to hear from you. Smash the subscribe too. Help get us to 8k if you can before the start of the season. We're only 130 or 40 away, I think, so we're really, really close. So if you haven't subscribed and you're watching this and you like what you see, hit that button, recommend us to family and friends, like the video, help the channel grow. We'll be back with some more rumour hazards over the summer and any other speculation like this that's come out. Have a belter, enjoy the Euros and the Copa Americas on the cards. We'll keep an eye on Bruno. Hopefully he does really well and comes back in a black and white shirt for next season. Have a good one. We'll see you later. Cheers.